Hey guys, I am Sean with Cross Country Food Wars, and today I'm going to be doing my fried chicken sandwich with a side of fries. My fried chicken sandwich is going to have a red wine onion garlic reduction as one of the sauces, and then also a roasted chili mayo on the top. We're also doing some onion straws. We're going to start by cutting up our potatoes. This takes the longest out of pretty much everything, so we're going to start with that. And through the magic of editing, we finished cutting up all these fries into nice, relatively equal-sized pieces of potato. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to get some cornstarch on them. And I'm just going to roll these around and get a nice coating on them. The reason I'm doing this in a colander is because it's going to allow any excess moisture to drip off. And the reason I'm needing to do this is because, unfortunately, I did not have the foresight to cut these ahead of time today like I usually would. But that's okay. Cornstarch will stick nicely anyways. Let's see, there we have some nice, evenly coated French fries. Now, we've got our fryer set to 257 degrees. That's just my 250 setting in this fryer. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fry these twice. The first time I fry these is going to be at the 250. And then I'm going to crank them way up over 350 and fry them again. What that's going to give me is a nice creamy interior, but nice crispy exterior. And while those fry up, we're going to go ahead and get started on the onion straws. So for our onion straws, first thing we want to do is we want to pull this core out. The core doesn't taste very good. Those closest internal bits, they're not very tasty. So I cut those out. And then, as you can see, we've already halved our onion and peeled it and everything like that. We're just going to get super thin slices. Now we've got these pieces here, nice thin slices. We're going to get these breaded up. Those are more core pieces there I'm separating out. Like I said, they don't taste particularly good. And that should be fine. We're going to get these in a little bowl. And we're going to get them floured up. And I just do this pretty quick and dirty. This is just for our sandwich topper, by the way. That's why there's not so many of them being made here. And we're going to lose some in between the grates and get some flour in there. And I had a seasoning made up already. Seasoning blend made up already. And this seasoning is just chili powder, salt, pepper, believe it or not, a little sugar. And we're just getting these nice and coated up. We want them nice and coated thoroughly. All right, cut it. All right, guys, so the fries fried for about 4 or 5 minutes. Basically par cooking them, and now we're going to go ahead and dunk them back in at 375. And that's going to cause a lot of boobling. I'm going to go ahead and get the lid on and let these fry off for about 4 or 5 minutes until they're nice and toasty brown. While we have that going on, we're going to go ahead and get our chicken ready to go in the fryer, because those onion petals are going to be last. Those onion straws are going to be last. So we're going to get some flour in here. Now that chicken has been marinating in milk with pepper juice in it. Actually, the pickling pepper juice. Like I have some pickled spicy banana peppers that are going to be going on these sandwiches, and so I poured that in there, and also some apple cider vinegar because I didn't have any any buttermilk handy. So what I did instead was I made my own. And we're just getting this flour seasoned up because nobody wants bland chicken. This is a Szechuan pepper blend. We're gonna get some pink salt in here. Some smoked paprika. A little dill weed. And some garlic powder. But it looks like I forgot to grab that. So we're going to grab the garlic powder that's handy over top of the stove here. We go through a lot of garlic powder in this household, so. Get in there. All right. We got that going. And we're going to grab a fork to get that all kind of combined together. Tap and dry. And back in. And we're just going to let that all drip away. And back in.
Action.
All right, so we just had these come out of the fryer a minute ago here, and they're nice and beautifully.
Question.
Alexa, stop. Freaking technology. All right, so we got these fries out. They're nice and pretty, and what we're gonna do is we're just gonna get them nice and seasoned up. Add some salt. Little pepper, and just a hint smoked paprika. And then we're just going to toss these around a little bit. And they smell so good. All right, and we're going to set those aside for a few minutes here while we finish up our sandwiches. And we got our chicken breast finished breading off camera. So we're gonna go ahead and get our chicken down here in the fryer. And it won't be overcrowding to fry both of these at the same time. And we just wait a couple minutes now for that. While that's going, the next thing we need to do is get our ciabatta toasted. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our griddle going. We're going to get some butter on that griddle. And then we're just going to get these rolls cut open. And we're going to take this and we're going to push it up, make sure it gets nice and buttered. And get some more butter down. Don't be shy with the butter on this step. And we're just getting this nice and coated with butter. And before we cut off here, let's check on our chicken and see how it's doing. We know it's not done yet, but it sure is getting there. So, to get this going, the first thing that we need is our reduction. Now this reduction you guys have seen before. And where you've seen it is in our last video. About steak and eggs. And so we're going to take our reduction here and we're going to just smear it down. And that is delicious. Oh, I flip-flopped on this one. Oh, because I got 2 bottoms and 2 tops here. Oh well. This one will be built, one of them will be built backwards, that's all. So, on the other side of this bun, we're going to get some Chipotle mayo going. Get this smeared on. Next thing, it's our chicken. After that, so now that we've got our cheese on, we're just using a regular American cheese. Unfortunately, we discovered that there was a problem with our Munster cheese. It had gotten open and gotten a little stale and a little hard. So mistakes will happen. But the next thing on the sandwich is pickled peppers. And don't be shy with these. They're spicy, but I wouldn't exactly call them hot, you know? They're just a nice spice. The spice is nice. And from there, all we have left is our fried onions. And we're going to finish with just a little bit of barbecue sauce. Now, I do make an amazing homemade barbecue sauce, but that's not homemade. That's just one off the shelf. And we'll go ahead and make the cameraman's plate first. Well, camera woman. And we can still hear the super nice crunch of those fries. And they were double fried. And then they were coated with cornstarch and then double fried. And that is our fried chicken sandwich. And guys, that's our fried chicken sandwich. This is my plate, and I am super excited to get down on this. Have a good one, guys.